Now let's take a look at what I call JavaScript anti-use cases. That is, situations where you don't necessarily need to use JavaScript. And indeed, perhaps you shouldn't. So first of all, anytime you're working with visual changes involving the hover event, that is when your mouse cursor goes over something, or focus events, that is when keyboard focus gets onto an element on a page, you can do that with CSS. You don't need JavaScript. So back in the old days, for things like swapping out an image in reaction to a mouse over event, rollover menus, tooltips, various things like that, you probably don't need to use JavaScript at all for that these days. For more advanced animations and things, we now have CSS transitions and transforms. These are very powerful, and especially on mobile platforms, they're way more performant than the equivalents in JavaScript. You can, of course, use them together. So if there's a situation where you need to be able to click something and have it animate, then you can use JavaScript in combination with CSS3 transitions to give you very smooth, performant animations that'll work on pretty much any web platform. If you want to learn more about that sort of thing, there's a course here on lynda.com called CSS, Transitions and Transforms. Also, HTML5 form controls can be used instead of the custom widgets that we needed to use in the old days to get different kinds of elements in our forms, like range controls, sliders, different things like that. This is especially important on mobile platforms. So these are some of the examples of times when JavaScript is not necessarily appropriate, and you can look at other modern technologies that will accomplish the same goals.